Welcome back to Dexter's Rush Hour. I'm never late. I'm right on time. And our special guest is Dan. Dan with the Post. Dan, how fast are you?
I didn't really have to do much to catch that one.
Dan, you have no hands.
What do you mean I don't have any hands? I caught it.
It just fell on you, Dan.
Well, yeah, but
all right, Dan. Hey, good.
Yeah.
That's good. Most guys, see, other reporters can't do that.
I spent a lot of time playing ball with my daughter.
Yeah. How long you been with the Post, Dan?
9 years.
And how old is your daughter?
3.5.
Dan, has technology changed your job?
I mean, technology is my job. First of all, can I say that those hogettes are bobbing their heads right behind you? It's totally amazing.
Oh yeah.
They just bobble nonstop.
That's automatic.
I know. That's
yeah. Well, Dan, I'm just going to be quite frank and blunt with you. You know, this is a bigger show than the Washington Post Live.
Okay.
Can I get you to commit that you're going to come here 2 times, 3 times a month?
3 times a month? Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? I'll say that this is
let's shake on it.
You're going to crush my hand again.
I'm not going to crush your hand.
You've got like the hardest handshake I've ever seen in my life.
Let's shake on it. So
okay.
It's an agreement.
I will do that.
3 days.
3 times a month.
3 times a month.
If you don't crush my hand,
okay, I won't crush your hand.
Have you always shook people's hands like that? It's incredible.
Well, I started this. I've been doing this since high school.
That handshake?
The handshake.
Why?
Well, I don't know. It's just like a YMCA handshake. Yeah.
Do you think you've ever broken anyone's hand while shaking it?
Or some guy sued me a couple of times in Texas, and one up here said I broke his hand, but the judge threw it out.
Are you being serious or not?
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you could break my hand if you wanted to.
Oh, Dan, I can't break your hand.
If you wanted to, I think.
If I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Fred Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Like the junkyard. Yeah, but we're successful.
Why did you want it to be like this? This is your show.
Well, it's not only me. It's so many other casts that's behind the scene.
Right.
And we're going to get up to being like...
Washington Post Live.
No, we don't get the Washington Post Live. We're going to go, baby, eventually we're going to get the same viewership as maybe, what's the lady name on NBC? Don't say nothing. Ellen DeGeneres or Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you go on television, like once you're on television, it's like a different world, you know? That's why maybe this is going to make all the difference for me now that I'm on Dexter's Rush Hour. Anyhow, I want to get back to this Redskins thing because on Sunday, you actually led that parade.
It was
and
awesome.
I missed it. It was great?
It was awesome. I tell you what, I felt that just the fact that a lot of fan base there, the energy was high, and I could feel the electricity from those fans. They really wanted it. And I asked those guys to sort of get involved. You know, back in the day, the 12th man, rise to your feet on 3rd and long, and it was very loud. And do you think it's loud at FedEx Field?
I haven't always felt that way, but it felt loud. Actually, I would say during the 2nd and 3rd quarters on Sunday, it felt like it had kind of gotten quiet again. But at the beginning of the game, it was bonkers, and in the 4th quarter, it was totally bonkers.
Hey, what is bonkers?
Bonkers?
I'd never heard that term.
Before right now?
I never heard, you know, I'm from straight out of the ghetto. What's bonkers?
Yeah, no, it's like going bonkers. Everyone's going crazy.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
Yeah, they're jumping up and down. Did you actually cry? I heard that you actually cried, shed a couple of tears during that.
Well, a little bit. Not a whole lot. But I was happy we won.
No, I mean during the parade part.
Yeah. It was so emotional.
It was really?
It was it just sort of reminded me back in the day and sort of how you stand strong, you stand up, you fall, and you get up, and people still embrace you.
Yeah. People do love you.
Yeah, just make us strong.
Yeah.
Dan, let's see what kind of hands you have.
I'm still good, man. I'm good with the football.
You good. You good. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, what is your favorite event around Washington?
Sporting event?
Sporting event.
I don't think anything gets better than this.
Redskins.
No, I was going to say, maybe this is going to be an unpopular thing to say on a football show, but I think that Maryland Duke basketball is something I love.
Maryland Duke?
Maryland Duke basketball.
Think that's bigger than the professional level?
It's just that in like a Wizards game, it's hard to pick out one Wizards game from the season and say this is a game that you can look forward to for 4 months. But Maryland Duke basketball, I think, is at least for the last decade or so, has been as good as it gets. I love the college sports.
Do you like college football?
I do love college football, but around here it's not.
No.
I mean, it's not like Oklahoma stuff.
It's not like back the Big 12.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think the best is? I mean, Redskins, Cowboys, obviously you got to put up there. But
well, I just think the Redskins is they one of the first original teams in the National Football League. Great ownership from Preston Marshall on down to Dan Snyder. I like what they have done this year. They brought new people at the helm, and I think the fans have sort of embraced this whole new sort of leadership of Dan Snyder's and putting people at the helm, and obviously we turned the corner.
I mean, I wouldn't say obviously. Yeah.
What's your prediction for this coming Sunday?
For this Sunday?
Yeah, the Texans.
The Texans. I mean, I think the Redskins are going to win.
Why do you say that?
Do you know the Texans are favored in the game?
Well, they're very good.
They are good, but I think that when you're at home and you've just beaten a team that people are talking about as a Super Bowl team, I would think you get a little more respect from the odds makers.
Yeah, well, Jerry Jones, he's a good salesman guy. I like him.
That's why they were Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, that's why they're Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, I would say the Redskins like 21-17, something like that. But I still think that they're going to be like about an 8-8 team this year.
Yeah, the Redskins.
Yeah,
you got to go
right now.
Yeah, you can excuse yourself.